Hi, good morning, everyone. We are Team 7 EcoScholar. So I just bought a new laptop and I don't know what to do with my old one. The old one, you really can't sell it. I mean, I don't think I'll get money for it and I really don't want it. So I'm thinking about throwing it away maybe. All right, now let's back up. Chances are you found yourself in a similar situation where you have something, but you don't know what to do with it. An electronic, for instance. I'm gonna tell you a scary statistic. E-waste comprises 70% of our overall toxic waste. It's only looking forward to increase 2025, 2030. You get the picture. In addition, COVID-19 has created an impact in education worldwide. More than 50% of young people in 65 out of 115 countries have not completed upper secondary education. In fact, we made a survey. We talked to teachers, well, survey teachers, and they all responded that one of the biggest concerns they have is the lack of funding and resources for students. So what does this mean? Without funding and resources, students can't really learn well, they struggle. And also 50% of those students are not familiar with sustainability.
Here at EcoScholar, our core mission is to reduce electronic waste while bridging the gap to quality education through sustainable STEAM kits. STEAM means science, technology, engineering, art, and math. We repurpose electronic waste such as your laptop, CPU, phones into sustainable educational kits for kids. We make education interactive, eco-friendly, and simple to use. Our goal is to impact the world one kid at a time.
By now, you're probably wondering, how does this all work? Well, EcoScholar brings equitable education within the community in an eco-friendly manner by repurposing technology parts and turning them into STEM kits for ages 3 to 14. First, as you can see, we collect the waste from our partnering companies and we use the recycled electronic parts and we turn them into STEM kits for kids 3 to 14. And then we also hope to partner with local businesses and nonprofit organization in order to reduce the bridge between inequality in education. Next. This is just a sample of our products. As you can see, the kits have full instructions and they contain products like clocks, we have cards, we have notebooks, and we have a lot of arts and crafts. So the kids basically take those and they turn them into like the products which could help them in their education. Next up, I'd like to introduce Brian, who would talk more into marketing.
So why now? Why STEM kits? So by category, the technology toys, which is STEM kits, part of the STEM kits, account for over 45% of the total revenue in 2019, driven by demand of coding AI and robotic toys. Significantly more education and tech tools were accessed on average each month after the coronavirus-related closures. That nearly 90% increase over previous monthly average from 2018 to 2019 academic year. And there are over 200 billion e-learning market size. And the market size in STEAM toys is about 9.5 billion. And 38% of the growth will come from North America within the next 5 years, and with a compound annual growth rate of 6%. So that's why we want to engage the education system with an e-learning with our STEM kits. So here's our business model. Our business model will retarget mainly focusing on B2C, which is the individuals ones, and we will have monthly subscriptions, and we'll try to lower down our price within $30 range, which can be affordable for most households. And future, we want to target a larger corporation like schools, institutions such as, and Hemanshu will dive in a bit on what set us apart.
Thank you, Brian. So why would consumers want to purchase from us, from EcoScholar? Well, first of all, I'd say we have a STEAM focus, not just STEM. So we include arts as well. Uh, Second of all, I'd say we have an active community of children and teachers to share their creations and provide feedback on products they might want to see in the future. Another important factor is cost efficiency, and we have that covered as well. All of our kits, all of our subscriptions are less than $30 per month. And most importantly, I'd say we use sustainable materials, materials that have been reused, repurposed to create these kits, reducing our carbon footprint overall. Excellent. And now I would like for you all to meet the passionate individuals that have helped bring this vision to life. We have Abidemi, our Chief Operating Officer, Brian, our Director of Product Development, myself, Hemanshu, our CEO, Kimberly, our Chief Marketing Officer, and Zahara, our Chief Technology Officer.
Thank you so much for your time. And now we would open the floor to questions.
Sure, guys, I have a question. First off, just congratulations. You guys have done a lot of work in 4 days, so that's really impressive. So how did you guys come up with the idea?
We understand that due to COVID, a lot of education was impacted. And so we wanted to focus on that niche because we know that the demand for quality education, especially for those kids in need, is needed. We wanted to diversify. That's why we chose our niche to be education, provide kits, because we want students to interact, and teachers complain about this too. And that's also why we want to expand and get to institutions, but also sustainability, because waste, I know myself, I have electronics and I do not know what to do with them exactly. And it's easy to just throw them away. We can all identify as college students that we get electronics like crazy, and our generation is just increasing in demand for electronics as well.
Great, thank you.
I don't know if you're done, Yuan, sorry. Juan Pablo.
Yes, sorry.
Oh, okay. I said, I don't know if you're done. I wanted to ask a question.
Oh, no, go ahead, I'm finished.
Okay. I mean, this is a great idea, actually, really, really great. And the fact that you're going to be using ways to achieve this is golden. I mean, I have a lot of electronics I've thrown away in the past years. And also, my kids actually takes part in this KiwiCo thing. I know how it works. They pay subscription, they get the box, and always excited when the box comes every time. So just tell me, how would yours work? I'm still trying to picture how it will work. I mean, like, I'm comparing it now to KiwiCo itself.
So it basically will similar, but since we're a startup, we're imagine our product won't be that many, but however, we are locally engaged in the local community. So this actually we want to partner with our local companies, local recycler, certified e-waste recycler. We'll get the parts from them, like the previous slide we mentioned, and then we will have our team will develop based on STEM curriculum and things like that, and then we will have it packaged with the sustainability packaging, things like that, and send it out. So it's similar. I feel like the most different is we're trying to reduce the e-waste part. And that's also part, yeah. Sorry.
And if I may add, our plans are to expand. We definitely want to make sure we include a rewards program, a community where you share the projects you make, where you earn points and rewards, and that impacts the community through planting trees, doing volunteer services, through donating to those children who can't afford these resources. So we really are focusing on the community, and Houston is so diverse, and 4-Day Founder is for minority students. We can relate to that, and we really want to make a difference. So that's what makes us different, is we are really honing into that diversity, that culture, and that new sustainability aspect. And we want to expand and definitely bring this to the market for everyone.
This is great. Thank you, everyone. You guys did a real great job. I really like it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for your time.
Do we have any more questions from the judges?
I'll add in just a little comment that I noticed. I would say just when you guys are pitching, definitely don't be afraid to hold back any emotion. You know, I know you had a line that says, you know, I'll introduce you to the passionate individuals, and you kind of, you know, you didn't, you need to add a little emphasis to kind of really, you know, sell the emotion part of it and make everyone feel like you guys are, you know, super pumped on the product and you guys love EcoScholar. This is your life now, you know, so don't be afraid to add a little emotion to, especially when we're here on Zoom, it's tough to really get the energy up. So, you know, some voice fluctuations, a little more energy, and but otherwise, great job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I definitely will add, also great job, really enjoyed it. I love whenever you were answering Silver's question that you touched on, or actually, I think it was Juan Pablo's question, JP, when you touched on COVID. I do feel like that's an emotional thing that everybody is kind of going through right now, feels the remembrance of it. So definitely doing that pinpoint whenever you're explaining your problem will help be able to capture the audience's attention and then also see why this is so important in terms of the education gap.
Right. I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, judges, so if you can start scoring on the Judge Fest app, and I'll give you a couple of minutes on that.